It is actually terrifying that a turtle on the internet has one of the best AI systems in the entire world. It's actually fucking insane how good Neuro is. Anyway, people like the Australia videos. So, we've seen one of these guys' videos before. I guess we'll watch another one. Also, Neuro is actually liked. Most AI is hated. Right, like, my point being, there was a clip I saw where Neuro remembered something that happened, like, 4 years ago. Or 3 years ago. Like, right, I don't know, however long Neuro's been around for, like, right near the start. Like, a name that she'd given someone who she'd, like, I don't think Vidal ever had done, like, another collab with this guy. It was just, like, a one-off collab, or, like, a one-off, like, clip. I don't even think it was a collab. I think it might have just been a clip. And then she remembered the thing that she ended up calling him, like, years later. Like, actually insane how good Neuro is now. Anyway, 10 words I'm shocked Australians say differently. I'm an Australian. That means I'm an authority here. How much data does Vidal store? He's talked about how expensive running Neuro is. The answer is a lot.
Living in Australia sometimes feels like living in a parallel universe, and I'm not even exaggerating. I once asked for a
Welcome to my
vitamin,
universe.
and the chemist looked at me as if I kicked her.
What the fuck is a vitamin? Actual just British brain right there.
And I'm not even exaggerating. I once asked for a vitamin, and the chemist looked at me as if I kicked her dog. So these
The
are
chemist
the 10
is a
words that
moron,
I
but
can't
also
believe
don't say
Aussies
vitamin.
differently from Brits. Let's get into it. Hey mate, welcome back. If you're new
you doing,
here,
brother?
I'm Sam, a British actor documenting my journey of rebuilding my life in Australia. Now, I have to say, I adore Australians. I married one.
I'm Australian.
And I adore the
adore me.
accent. The first one is Almond.
Almond. That hurts. Almond and the Chipmunks. No, stop it. Stop it. Please never say almond around me ever again.
Wife, who born and raised in Brisbane, Australia, she says almond. Almond? I'm like, what are you on about?
That's
almond?
The correct way to say it.
It doesn't even remotely sound like you're trying to say the L
it's,
in the word.
It's almond.
I fell in love with an Australian.
Just stick an R in every word. That's the Australian rule. Like, you gotta put an R in no. You gotta put an R in almond. Almond. Honestly, that hurts me to say. I can't say almond. Now, do you want to know something fun? This is something common with older Australians. My mum says castle instead of castle. Livid waiter, exactly. Castle also hurts me. Whenever she says it, I have to bully her.
And she brought me to Australia to see what I thought of it, and I fell in love with Australia too. I love living here. It's one of the best countries on the planet.
True,
but the first
brother.
time someone came
Except the
over
house
to
prices.
our place and asked us for some almond milk, I was like, what are you saying? Right, the more I say almond milk, which is what British people say, the more obnoxious I can hear myself sounding.
There you go. There you go. Now you're really fitting in.
Almond. Wow, it's actually quite grating, isn't it? If you're gonna say a word, at least say it how it's spelled. Now, look, I can hear...
No. British people say lieutenant. I'm not gonna give you that. Shut up.
I can feel people tippy-tapping on their keyboard right now going, well, that's not the rule with words, that we have silent letters and all of that.
Yeah, I've watched this guy's channel before. Yeah. I don't remember what video it was, but we definitely have seen it before.
Fair. Valid.
I've seen this channel before.
Almond milk. Come on.
Almond.
English speakers, you look at that word.
Is he the British guy that lives in Australia? Yes.
That's an L,
yes.
not an R. I don't see a H. Number 2 is the word capsicum. Now, if you're British, unless you're a botanist, you probably don't know what capsicum means. I'm making a very big claim.
This is the thing that Americans call peppers. A red pepper? No, shut up.
In the UK,
Capsicum.
and I'm pretty certain in the USA, it is bell pepper because it's kind of shaped like a bell.
Yeah, bell pepper. That's the other one.
Look, I can see we're reaching at that. Hear me out, right? When my wife and I first got together in Japan, we were dating. I was,
I think Japan also says bell pepper as well. Yeah, Japan also says bell pepper.
Charm. What am I doing? I wanted to cook some dinner for her. And I think she offered to help me in the kitchen. She was looking through the ingredients in the fridge. And she said, "Oh, do you need this capsicum?" I whipped my head around and I said, "Sorry, what did you just call my mother?" She was like, "No, what are you on about? Do you need this capsicum?" I said, "I don't know what you've done to that bell pepper, but it's not called that."
Yeah, okay. Look, capsicum, if you've never heard it before, I guess can sound weird. Japan mostly has American English, and then they just have random things, like a power outlet is consento. It's consent, which is not at all what you would think it is. I found it interesting that French fries are referred to as potato. Yeah, just potato. That's how... But this... Well... They have a different word, like, weirdly they have a different word for potato. So it's not like everything with potato is just called potato. It's just French fries.
I said to her, how many other words have you
Which we in Australia call chips. And I assume the way that happens is like, there are some loan words in Japanese that are from, like, Spanish. I don't know where they got that loan word from, but... I doubt they got it from English.
Changed in Australia. Anyway, after a long discussion with her, obviously falling more and more in love with me, I had to Google it. And clear as day, Wikipedia talks about a bell pepper original plant name being capsicum. So, I have to hand it to her. So academically,
that's the correct word, capsicum.
Aussies are 100% correct when they say capsicum. But bad news and good news, bell peppers are so expensive here in Brisbane, Australia, that we never buy them anyway. I swear, when I go to Aldi, it's like $6 for one singular green capsicum.
What the fuck is going on in Queensland? Fucking hell. No, they're dirt cheap here.
I'm like, that's not even the good one. Number 3 is towel. Now, how would you say towel now? Wherever you are, whoever you're with, just say out loud for me.
Towel.
When you've done that, I'm hearing at least 2 syllables. Towel.
Nope.
Right? You say the EL at the end or the WEL.
No, there's one syllable.
We're getting into the finicky parts. This one wrecks me, right? Because the Aussies, especially my wife...
Oftentimes, you don't even pronounce the L. It's just tow. Like, what's it? Fuck, what's a similar sounding thing? I don't even know. Like, this is the Australian thing of just dropping syllables when you don't need them. If the syllable seems excessive, just get rid of it.
Will just say town, and she'll just get rid of the W and E in the word, and it'll just disappear, and it'll be town. And you kind of think maybe it's towel, but with her, it just sounds like towel. Anyway, after much confusion,
oftentimes don't even do the L.
It's just love me, obviously.
It's just
I
towel.
said, "Oh, you mean towel? Okay, yes, here's your towel." I said, "Please, be clearer with your..." No, I wouldn't say that. So that would be horrible. But anyway,
how do you get yourself slapped?
Learn to hear like an Aussie before you even speak like one. And that's what I'm learning.
I feel bad for anyone who they're like an ESL speaker and they learn English from Australia, because you're gonna have such a bad perception of what English is. Like, it's gonna be such a mess to listen to someone who is like a British or an American speaker.
More and more, every single day I live in Australia, assimilating into the culture. I have to train my ear before I train my voice. Wow, you can quote me on that. That was a good one. Vitamin.
Shut up. Vitamin.
I think both Australia and the USA are against us on this one.
Vitamin.
Not just vitamin. Yeah. Vitamin. They'll soften that T, which actually...
Vitamin. Usually, that you also get that. Vitamin. Also, no, okay, to be fair, in Australia, you typically replace the T with a D. This is the case in a lot of words. And, like, you know what? Livid waiter. Livid waiter is a great example, actually, now that I think about it. You replace the T with a D. Vitamin. Yeah, vitamin. Most T sounds turn into D sounds in Australian. Here's another... Here we go. Here's another good example. Battle. Battle. That's typically the way you'll say it in Australia, not battle. Battle. What's another one? If a word starts with a T, typically the T is pronounced. Like, you're not going to say toss as DOS. But if it's a T sound in the middle of a word, oftentimes that gets turned into a D. The T to D thing's just common quirk of English as a whole, isn't it? I think maybe it's batter, better, butter, bitter. I think it sort of depends on the context of the way you speak it. I think maybe this is more of a bastard. Nah, that one, like, no, I think, okay, here we go. I think it's a T sound where it's not like, I don't know. I'm not a linguist. Pasta, pasture. I don't know. I'm sure a linguist can explain why this happens. Yes, also pasta and pasta are often pronounced the same way. Linguists in chat help. You sound like T10 Nat's attempt.
I think that's quite cute. I quite like that, I have to say. When we say vitamin, it's also like tight in the jaw. It's also clenched. It's like chill out, man. Calm yourself down. Now look, I learned this one again from my wife. Font of all knowledge in my life, obviously. I learned how to say vitamin.
Yeah.
Much sooner on than I needed to before going to the pharmacy or the doctors. If I get an audition through here in Australia and the script says vitamin, you know I'm going to have to practice my vitamin. Garage. Oh, it's a classic, isn't it? Garage.
Garage. Garage. Yeah, that's the Australian way to say it. Also, usually we don't really say garage either. Oftentimes the thing that's attached to your house which you put your car in, we usually call a carport. Like, garage does definitely get used, and like more often than not, like more often nowadays gets used, but like I grew up, most people were saying carport. Carport is 10 times better. Yeah, it's like an airport. It's an airport for your car.
I remember when I first heard an American say garage.
Yeah, this garage, just like fucking smash your face on the keyboard.
And because I was watching a garage. Look at me, I'm saying it. A garage band tutorial.
Garage is the right way to say it.
And I thought I was Billy Joel himself. I was trying to make all my tunes on Garage Band. The guy was like, "Hey there, welcome back to Garage Band." And I thought, oh my word, can you imagine saying it like that? And then I go and fall in love with an Australian, and she's like, "Oh, do you want to just put that in the garage?" And I go, No, please don't.
I don't know, garage sounds... I don't know why. Garage sounds more of like a poshy way to say it. I don't know why. It's just got like a bit of French flair to it. Right? It's like there's supposed to be like an accent above one of the letters, right? Garage. Garage! It's more American than Australian. How do you say it? Barrage. Barrage? No, barrage.
The Australians don't say it like that. Number 6 is data. Brits say data. Aussies say data.
Data. Fucking data. Again, any word where you can put additional R's into it. is the correct. If you're not sure how to say it with an Australian accent, just add excessive R's into the word. R's that don't exist, R's that shouldn't be there, just fucking put them in there. Data, water, exactly.
And they do that thing again where they soften the T. Right, it's data. It is. Come on, you can't put a T in the middle of two A's and, you know, just leave it. Just softly tipple it, you know?
Now, there's something nice about, daughter. I don't even know how to say it like an American. Anyone who says beta software, I want to beat them with a fucking club. I think I pronounce it as a British English.
I understand that I'm adding a Y in there. All right, just ignore that. But come on, data. Look.
Well, and then you have people that say was it dat? I can't. It's like a very subtle A sound, like data. Like you're saying, like I can't even do it.
I know I'm giving it a lot here, right? But don't worry, I can also take
You're
the
a
heat.
beta
She gives
meal,
it a
Sonic.
lot back. After a while, you just have to adapt your lingo for the person that you love. Because if you don't, it's just going to make it difficult. So I will purposefully use Australian vocabulary. And
Good,
the longer
it's the
you live
correct way.
here, the more you realise that it kind of is like a different language. I now say doona instead of duvet. I now say devo instead of devastated. I now say arvo instead of afternoon. I now say devo instead of devastated.
That's more of a Brisbane thing. What the fuck? Why the fuck did that make noise? How the fuck do I stop that? There's literally, the sound is disabled. The fucking sound is disabled. What do you mean? Okay, that... I'll have a look at how to deal with that afterwards.
I now say arvo instead of afternoon.
Yeah,
And
most
honestly,
people don't even say like most people don't say devastated or devo anyway. That's like not even something that usually comes up in discourse that much.
I quite like it.
But arvo is good. I do like arvo. The British way to say this is yogurt, and it hurts me.
Is yogurt.
No,
UK
yogurt
makes perfect sense to me. You know, yo, yeah, man. Oh, okay, right. I can already see the flaw in this. Bear with me. Aussies say yogurt. And when Maddie said yogurt to me for the first time in Japan, my mind was blown. She was like, no.
Brodie, do Australians call box wine as goon as Wikipedia claims? Yes. Usually when you're buying goon, it's gonna be for... Also, yes, I know goon is a funny word now because of Gooner. But, yes, it's not a thing as much anymore because most houses don't have a Hills hoist. But there is a game called Goon of Fortune where you would put a wine bag on a Hills hoist, which is like a spinning clothesline, and then you fucking drink it. Not as much of a thing anymore because most places just don't have them because they don't have the space for them. But yes, that is a true fact. It's usually something that, like, you're not gonna see, like, high-class people saying the word goon. I didn't grow up around high-class people, though.
We've always called it that. And I thought, since when? I thought... And, you know, the first time I said yogurt in front of Maddie, she laughed at me. I thought,
good.
Why are you laughing at me? Going back to the start of this...
She should fucking laugh at you.
Right? It doesn't quite make sense when we say yogurt because you would say yo for yo-yo or yo man. Do I still say yogurt to the person
Yo-yo.
at the Yochi counter? Yes, I do. And that's all I say. They'll say, hey, how you going? And I'll say yogurt. And then they kick me out. Language, it's like cultural muscle memory. And mine is very much out of sync here. I am working on it though. Trust me, I am working on it. Number 8 is pasta. Now, I say pasta. Brits say
again,
pasta.
stick an R
Aussies
in
say
it.
Pasta.
Pasta.
Not sure about that one.
Nah,
pasta.
Pasta.
You know, so much beautiful cultural history in one word. The Italians who gifted us this delicious food. And Aussies, even though they hear the Italian and go pasta, they have to go pasta. Oh my gosh. Do Italians say pasta? Wait, I need to look now. Wait, I need to look because that means I'm actually right. Oh my gosh, maybe I just need to retitle this entire video, Watch British Guy Get Every Word Wrong. Oh my word. Italian pronounce pasta.
Pasta.
To be fair, I think I'm wrong.
Get fucking cooked, mate.
Because that sounds more, to me, that sounds more like pasta than pasta. Oh my word. Are the Brits just wrong about all of these words?
Yup.
Oh my days. Right. Moving on. Number 9 is card. Now, okay, right. Surely 1 point to Sam for this one. Card.
Card? Card.
Right? Card. Aussies will say card. I'm overdoing it there. Actually, no, I'm not. There's quite a lot of very...
This might be a Brisbane thing. I've never heard anyone say it's card. It's
very broad accented Aussies who say card. And some...
I have never met a single person in my entire life say that. Maybe this is a Brisbane thing. I don't know. But I don't know anyone who says it like that.
Sometimes it's so harsh that
Card.
you kind of can't understand what they say. At least for me, anyway.
I guess maybe you can like draw out the R a bit, like card. But like, I don't know.
Card seems simple. So with the Aussie accent, they pronounce it more like this, you know.
Card.
There's almost like no R in it at all. It's like a car. Now, to be completely honest with you,
I think he's
funny.
overdoing. I think the difference is a lot more subtle than he's making it out to be. It's more like card versus card. It's like a extension of the R sound, I guess.
Because I will be here for like many months at a time and only go visit the UK for a couple of months to, you know, catch up with family, maybe do Christmas Day, all of that stuff. And
oh yeah, I forgot to
they'll
change the
catch
category,
me
didn't I?
saying words.
My bad.
Saying
Thanks
Aussie
for that.
words like doona. Yeah, when I catch myself forgetting certain like British words that I would normally say, I remind myself, oh yeah, like the UK's still my home, and Australia's my home as well, and I really love it here.
I haven't heard it before either.
Yeah, I sometimes, you know, that homesickness creeps in. Number 10, finally.
Paywave?
Paywave. What is paywave? Paywave.
Paywave.
Right,
Oh, right. I don't even know what they call it in other countries. No, this is not a pronunciation thing. This is an entirely different word thing. Paywave is like you can use your credit card and like put your card on things and like magically pay it through fucking, I don't know, technology. Tap to pay? Contactless payment? Yeah, I don't, like different places call it different things. Paywave is just like the standard term here.
Take your card or your Apple Pay or your Google Pay and you just tap on the machine and the payment goes through. In the UK, we call that contactless. And I love that word. But Paywave's such an interesting one because I tried saying contactless here and no one got it.
Honestly, all I do is I just pick up my card and I put it in, I'm just like card and they're just like, okay, here, the thing. Like, I never say word. Maybe this is a thing with stores around me, but I never say words to people. I just show them my card and they just do the thing.
Fair enough if you don't say it here. Right, Paywave.
Or I guess show them your phone if you want to do like phone, Apple Pay, whatever.
Is that a company name? Yeah, but where does it so it comes from Visa, does it? Is that the company? Let's just guess that's the company because honestly, can't be asked to find out. It's just a bit weird wait.
He is actually turning into a can't be asked to find out. Paywave is cooler. Paywave, he doesn't say words. Yes, this is true. I don't want to talk to you. You don't want to talk to me. Yeah, I think if you say contactless payment, they'll get it. If you just say contactless, they might think you're a bit fucking weird. But also, just show them your card. Like, why are you asking them? Be like, yo, can I pay with my card? Or just like, if you just pull your card out, if they have eyes, they will see the card.
Wait, so then did Visa call it contactless in the UK? Because if so, why did they... Yeah, it's called contactless in the UK, and it says that on the Visa website, but it's called Paywave in Australia. You would have thought
probably
these global
Australian marketing
companies
stuff
would have had, you know, global
Yeah, it's probably like they changed the name because it sounds better in the Australian market.
conference calls with each other and gone, oh, should we all agree on a term, a name together? And they go, yeah, what about Paywave? What about contactless? Maybe the Brits didn't want to call it Paywave and Aussies didn't want to be like the Brits. So now look.
I need to work out how to fucking disable that. I really do. That's going to get annoying very quickly. If you pull the card out and they think they're going to use they think you're going to use magnetic stripe or the chip on it. At least for me, like all the places around me, when I, like the machine, you as the user get to decide what you want to use. So, like, the machine, it'll, like, be like, oh, here, you can do the payment. You can either put the card in, you can swipe the card, you can do Paywave. It just automatically magics its way into working out the thing you want to do.
My Aussie lingo skills might not be the best in the world, but what I've got pretty good at learning is knowing exactly what the secret rules are that tourists keep breaking. They're unspoken rules that they won't tell you at the airport. So if you want to find out what they are, go watch this video right now. Thank you so much.
What a thumbnail picture. Let's see. What is the setting? Enable streamer mode. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. So if I go there, what is that under? What section is that under? General, maybe? Yes, here we go. Weird. I've got it set to automatic, and I guess it's just not noticing OBS. Huh. That's weird. I don't know why that'd be the case. Maybe it doesn't notice the OBS flat pack. Actually, you know what? That might be the case. It probably doesn't notice the OBS flat pack. No, Discord Discord it works just fine for though. Yeah, maybe it's Chatterino being in the flat pack and then OBS also being in the flat pack. I don't know. It could be like whatever system it uses to detect it not be getting into the flat pack. I guess that would make sense. I'm not too sure. But now it should be enabled. I don't ever want sounds anyway, so streamer mode just makes sense all the time. Anyway, this was a good video. I always like this guy's stuff. It's great. I like seeing people learn about Australia who maybe don't know anything about it. Or maybe who just moved to it.